Ladies and gentlemen, we will face challenges in life. No one is exempt. At some point, each of us will encounter moments that seem insurmountable. But here's the truth. The strength you need to overcome any obstacle is not found in the world around you, but in the world within you. Strength isn't something you're born with, it's something you choose, something you cultivate, something you become. Adversity is not your enemy, my friends, it's your teacher. Every trial you face is an opportunity to grow, to learn, to build a stronger version of yourself. Just think about it. Every difficulty you have faced, every hardship you've endured has shaped you into who you are today. It wasn't easy, but look at you now. You are standing, you are here, and you are stronger for it. True strength is found in the power of your mind. The strength of your mind is greater than the strength of your body. Your mind can overcome every challenge. It's not about the situation you find yourself in, but the way you respond to that situation. Will you crumble under pressure, or will you rise even when you don't feel like it? Strength is a choice, and it starts with your mindset. In your face of adversity, always ask yourself, what is my purpose? Purpose is the foundation that will ground you when the winds of life begin to blow. If you know why you're here, if you know the reason behind your journey, every setback becomes a mere stepping stone. Every trial an opportunity to refine your character and come closer to your destiny. That purpose alone is not enough. We need mental toughness. You must develop the discipline to keep going even when it feels like nothing is changing. Sometimes the hardest part is not giving up, not because things are easy, but because you trust that consistency will eventually lead to results. Remember, strength is not built in a moment, but over time. It is the small, consistent actions that compound into great power. Life is constantly changing, and strength doesn't come from resisting change. Strength comes from embracing it, from being adaptable. Life will throw curveballs, but it's how you pivot that determines your ability to stay strong. Flexibility and adaptability are the traits of a strong person. They don't fight the change, they evolve with it. But even in your strength, you must have faith. Faith is what allows you to keep moving when the path ahead is unclear. It's what gives you courage when fear tries to steal your peace. Faith is the belief that even when you can't see the way, you trust that it is there and that you are being guided every step of the way. And never forget, strength is not meant for you alone. It is meant to serve others. When you serve, when you lift others up, you are not only helping them, you are strengthening yourself. The more you give, the more you receive. Strength grows in the soil of service. But let me tell you, none of this is possible without the right people around you. Strength is not just individual, it is collective. Surround yourself with individuals who challenge you, who support you, and who inspire you to be better every day. You don't need people who only affirm you, but those who hold you accountable, those who push you to your highest potential. Oh, so my friends, no matter where you are in life, it's in your mind, it's in your purpose, it's in your resolution. and it's in your ability to serve others. Stand tall, for you were not created to be weak. No matter the situation, it's not in your ear. You are made to be strong, no matter the challenges you face. No matter the challenges you face. No matter the situation. Life's challenges, while often unwelcome, are not the barriers we tend to view them as. Instead, they are the very experiences that shape and mold us into stronger, more capable individuals. Each difficulty, each hardship holds within it a lesson, if only we are willing to look for it. When we face adversity, we are often quick to focus on the pain, frustration, or injustice of the situation. But what if we viewed every challenge not as an obstacle to overcome, but as a teacher sent to help us grow? When life pushes us to our limits, it's easy to feel defeated, to ask, why me? But adversity is not designed to break us, it's designed to refine us. Just as a piece of coal must endure intense heat and pressure to become a diamond, we too must face trials that test our resilience and strength. In those moments, we discover not only who we are, but who we can become. Adversity exposes our weaknesses, yes, but it also gives us the chance to address them, to learn, to improve. The lessons we learn through difficulty are often the ones that stay with us the longest. It's when we face setbacks, failures, and obstacles that we develop the skills, mindset, and fortitude that will serve us for the rest of our lives. In those moments, we learn patience, perseverance, and most importantly, the ability to keep going even when the road ahead is unclear. Each challenge, no matter how difficult, holds the potential to teach us something new about ourselves and the world around us. When we stop seeing adversity as something to fear and instead start seeing it as something to learn from, we unlock a power within ourselves that can't be taken away. The truth is, it's in our darkest moments that we often find our brightest strength. Every trial we face has the potential to bring us closer to the person we are meant to be if we approach it with the right mindset and the willingness to learn. Strength is often perceived as something that some people are simply born with, an innate characteristic that sets them apart from others. This belief can leave many feeling as if they are powerless to change or grow stronger. But the truth is that strength is not an inherent trait. It is a choice. It's something we decide to cultivate, something we develop through intention, effort, and persistence. Each day presents us with opportunities to become stronger, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Strength doesn't just appear when we need it most. It's built gradually through the choices we make in every situation. It's choosing to keep going when you feel like giving up, choosing to stand firm when life tries to knock you down, and choosing to face your fears rather than retreat from them. Cozy strength is about resilience in the face of difficulty and the refusal to be defeated by circumstance. Some of the strongest people are not the ones who are naturally gifted with an ability to face challenges, but rather those who have made the conscious decision to rise in the face of adversity. Strength is not defined by how easy the path has been, but by how consistently you push forward, no matter how hard the journey becomes. It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it, maintaining discipline even when motivation wanes, and continuing to move toward your goals despite setback. The good news is that this choice is available to all of us, no matter where we start. Strength is something you can develop, not something you must be born with. Each decision you make to face a challenge, to rise above a setback, and to push through discomfort strengthens your character and builds a more resilient version of yourself. When you embrace the idea that strength is a choice, you free yourself from the limitations of thinking you aren't capable of becoming stronger. You realize that you have the power to shape your own growth and create a life built on your ability to choose strengths time and time again. Inner resilience is that quiet, unwavering strength that lies within us, often unseen but always present, ready to rise when life demands it. It is the ability to remain grounded in the face of hardship, to keep moving forward when everything around you feels like it's falling apart. Resilience is not about avoiding pain or hardship, but about how you respond to it. It's the inner resolve that allows you to weather the storms of life and emerge stronger on the other side. At its core, inner resilience is about cultivating a mindset that refuses to give up. It is the knowledge that setbacks are temporary, that no matter how challenging a situation may seem, it is possible to get through it. Resilient individuals understand that pain is not permanent and that growth often comes from the most difficult experiences. They don't let failure define them. Instead, they see it as a part of the process, a necessary step on the way to success. Building inner resilience requires a deep connection to your sense of self and your values. When you know who you are and what you stand for, external challenges don't have the same power over you. You become anchored in your beliefs and your purpose, knowing that no matter what happens around you, you have an inner strength to draw from. This foundation allows you to remain calm and focused even when life throws curveballs. Resilience is also about flexibility, understanding that things don't always go according to plan, and that's okay. Life is unpredictable, and the ability to adapt to changing circumstances is a key part of being resilient. Instead of resisting change or trying to control everything, resilient people learn to flow with the ups and downs of life, adjusting their approach when necessary, while never losing sight of their ultimate goals. It's also vital to understand that resilience is not about being tough all the time. It's about knowing when to rest, to recharge, and to ask for support. Building inner resilience doesn't mean ignoring your emotions or pretending to be invincible. It means acknowledging your challenges and emotions, but not allowing them to dictate your actions. Resilience is about finding balance, accepting vulnerability when necessary, but also pushing through the moments when you need to keep going, even when it feels difficult. The more you practice resilience, the more you strengthen your ability to face life's challenges with grace. It is a muscle that grows over time, and with each trial you face, you become more capable of handling whatever comes your way. Inner resilience is not just about surviving, it's about thriving in the face of adversity, becoming stronger and more determined with each experience. Purpose is the driving force behind every action we take, every goal we pursue, and every challenge we face. It's the internal compass that guides us through the darkest times, reminding us why we keep moving forward when everything else seems uncertain. When we have a clear sense of purpose, we have something greater than just the immediate moment to rely on. Purpose gives us a reason to persevere, to keep pushing through the obstacles that come our way. Without purpose, we risk feeling lost, disconnected, and adrift. It's easy to become overwhelmed by the weight of life's difficulties when we lack a sense of direction. But when we are anchored to a purpose, the trials of life become manageable, even meaningful. Purpose transforms challenges from roadblocks into opportunities to grow, learn, and move closer to fulfilling our greater potential. Purpose is the foundation of strength because it provides the motivation to keep going when things get tough. It gives us a stamina to rise after each fall, to learn from our failures, and to keep our eyes on the long-term goal rather than getting caught up in short-term setbacks. With purpose, we understand that our struggles are not just meaningless difficulties. They are part of a larger picture, part of a journey that leads us towards something far greater than any single moment of adversity. The power of purpose is not just in how it helps us get through tough times, but in how it shapes our decisions. When we live with purpose, our actions align with our values, and we are more likely to take steps that lead us to fulfillment and growth. Every choice becomes a reflection of that purpose. And when we act with intention, our strength comes from knowing we are living authentically. Purpose makes every step forward feel significant, no matter how small, because it connects us to a vision of something greater. Purpose fosters resilience. When you know why you're doing something, it becomes easier to endure the hardships along the way. When faced with difficulties, we don't give up because we're not just fighting for ourselves. We're fighting for something bigger, something that has meaning and value. Purpose sustains us in the moments when motivation alone isn't enough. It's the fire that keeps burning even when we're exhausted, because it reminds us that what we're working toward is worth every ounce of effort. When you align your actions with your purpose, you tap into a deep well of inner strength. Purpose gives you clarity in the midst of chaos, determination when the road gets tough, and perspective when it feels like progress is slow. It's the foundation upon which you can build a life that is not only strong but purposeful. And when you live with purpose, you not only find strength for yourself, but you also inspire others to do the same. Mental toughness is the quiet strength that emerges when faced with pressure, adversity, or challenge. It is the ability to push through difficult situations when others may give up, to maintain focus and clarity even in the midst of chaos. It's not about avoiding hardship or pretending that things are easy. It's about having the resilience to continue moving forward despite difficulties. The power of mental toughness lies in its capacity to enable individuals to perform at their highest level regardless of the circumstances. At its core, mental toughness is built on self-discipline and emotional control. It's about controlling your reactions when things go wrong and maintaining composure when everything seems out of control. The strong-minded individual doesn't let fear, frustration, or uncertainty dictate their actions. Instead, they choose how to respond, remaining calm and focused even in the face of uncertainty. This ability to stay level-headed under pressure allows them to perform at their best when others might falter. Mental toughness also involves the ability to stay committed to long-term goals, even when the rewards aren't immediate. It's easy to stay motivated when things are going well. But true mental toughness is demonstrated when you persist through failure, disappointment, and hardship. It's about knowing that setbacks are a part of the journey, not a reason to stop. People who possess mental toughness understand that success is rarely instantaneous. and they're willing to keep pushing forward even when they can't see immediate results. This persistence is what ultimately separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up too soon. Another key aspect of mental toughness is the ability to embrace discomfort. When life gets tough, it's tempting to retreat into comfort zones to avoid the pain, struggle, or uncertainty that often accompanies growth. But mental toughness teaches us that it is through discomfort that we grow stronger. Those who are mentally tough don't shy away from challenges or hardships. Instead, they recognize them as opportunities to build resilience, to learn, and to evolve. It's the willingness to step into the unknown, to take risks, and to stay committed to the journey, no matter how difficult it becomes. It's also important to understand that mental toughness doesn't mean being invulnerable to emotions or challenges. Rather, it means learning how to process those emotions and use them to fuel your progress. Those who possess mental toughness don't suppress or deny their feelings, but they learn how to manage them. They acknowledge their doubts, fears, and frustrations, but they don't allow those emotions. Instead, they use the energy from these feelings to motivate themselves to keep going, to dig deeper, and to push through. The power of mental toughness lies in its ability to unlock potential. When you train your mind to stay strong, to remain focused, and to endure in the face of adversity, you tap into an inner strength that propels you toward your goals. Mental toughness is not a trait that a few lucky people are born with. It is a skill that can be developed over time. It's about adopting the mindset that no matter what happens, you have the ability to rise above it, to learn from it, and to keep moving forward. This mindset doesn't just help you face challenges, it empowers you to thrive in them. Self-discipline and consistency are the cornerstones of any long-term success. It's easy to feel motivated when you're starting something new. But what truly determines your ability to reach your goals is your ability to stay committed over time. Success doesn't come from sporadic bursts of effort. It comes from the daily actions, no matter how small, that consistently push you toward your objective. Self-discipline is the ability to stay focused on your goals and maintain the willpower to act, even when distractions, discomfort, or the allure of easier options come into play. Self-discipline isn't about being perfect or having willpower in every moment. It's about making the right choices more often than not. It's about choosing to do what you know you need to do, even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early to work towards your dreams, even when your bed feels too comfortable. It's making that extra phone call when you'd rather relax, or pushing through another hour of work when you're already tired. It's about consistently showing up for your goals, even when the excitement fades or when obstacles appear. The more you practice self-discipline, the easier it becomes to make those right choices, as you begin to see the results of your consistency. But discipline alone won't get you far if it's not accompanied by consistency. Consistency is the secret ingredient that turns discipline into tangible results. You can have all the motivation in the world on the first day, but if you aren't going to show up again the next day and the day after that, you'll never build lasting momentum. Consistency is the force that compounds your efforts over time, transforming small actions into big achievements. It's about doing the right thing over and over, even when progress isn't immediately visible. because you know that each small step is taking you closer to your goal. Together, self-discipline and consistency work as the foundation for building habits that lead to success. Discipline is what gets you started, but consistency is what keeps you going. They create a rhythm in your life that aligns your actions with your ambitions. When you embrace both, you move away from the idea of short-term motivation and shift toward long-term progress. Instead of relying on bursts of inspiration or fleeting motivation, you build a system of habits and routines that continually propel you forward regardless of how you feel in any given moment. As you continue to be disciplined and consistent, you will begin to see results in areas where at first you may have doubted your ability to succeed. The key to progress is not in immediate success, but in persistent effort. You might not always feel the energy or excitement to keep going, but over time, your habits will form the structure that ensures you don't give up, even when things get tough. The consistency in your effort will outlast the occasional challenges that come your way. And that's where true growth happens. By pushing through the inevitable lows and remaining committed to your vision. Self-discipline and consistency turn intention into reality. They transform dreams into daily actions and small efforts into significant achievements. When you consistently make the right choices, no matter how difficult or mundane they may seem at the moment, you will find success isn't as elusive as it once seemed. It's built one disciplined, consistent step at a time. Adaptability to change is one of the most essential skills you can cultivate in today's ever-evolving world. Change is inevitable, whether we welcome it or not. And the ability to embrace it rather than resist it is a mark of strength and resilience. Life constantly shifts, sometimes subtly, sometimes dramatically, and those who are able to adjust, pivot, and remain open-minded are often the ones who thrive, while those who cling to the old ways may struggle. Adaptability is not about being passive in the face of change, but about proactively engaging with new circumstances, finding opportunities within them, and using change as a catalyst for growth. When we resist change, we create unnecessary stress and frustration because we're fighting something we cannot control. But when we embrace change, we unlock the power to shape our response, and in doing so, we regain a sense of control. This doesn't mean that change is always easy or that it doesn't bring discomfort, but it means that we see it as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to move forward in new directions. Adaptability is about acknowledging that life doesn't always go according to plan, but having the courage and flexibility to adjust your course without losing sight of your goals. The ability to adapt doesn't come from just accepting change, but from developing the mindset that allows you to view it as a positive force. Those who are adaptable do not simply endure change. They seek out ways to make it work for them. They are curious, open-minded, and willing to take risks when necessary. Adaptability often requires us to step outside of our comfort zones, to let go of old habits, and to try new things that may feel uncertain or unfamiliar. But it is in these moments of uncertainty that we discover our true capacity for growth. Adapting to change also involves the emotional strength to handle the discomfort that comes with it. Many of us fear change because it disrupts the stability we've come to rely on, or it forces us to confront our own limitations. But adaptability is not about avoiding these emotions. It's about acknowledging them and choosing to move forward regardless. It's about realizing that discomfort is often the price of progress, and that by navigating through it, we come out stronger on the other side. Adaptability requires an ongoing commitment to learning. As the world changes, so too must we. We must be willing to continue developing new skills, acquiring knowledge, and staying informed about the shifts happening around us. This constant learning process keeps us sharp and ready to tackle new challenges. People who are adaptable understand that no knowledge or skill is ever truly fixed. There is always room to grow, always something new to discover. The power of adaptability also lies in its ability to open doors. When you embrace change, you open yourself to new opportunities and new experiences that you might never have considered if you had stayed rigid in your thinking. Being adaptable allows you to see the potential in unexpected situations and gives you the creativity and flexibility to turn challenges into triumphs. It turns every shift in the landscape of life into a chance to innovate, to explore uncharted territory, and to reinvent yourself if necessary. Adaptability is a tool for thriving, not just surviving. It allows you to navigate the uncertainties of life with confidence, knowing that no matter what comes your way, you have the ability to adjust, to grow, and to keep moving forward. The more you embrace change with a mindset of flexibility and openness, the more you find that you're not just able to handle whatever life throws at you, you're able to take full advantage of it. Life will inevitably present us with challenges, obstacles, and changes that may test our strength, resilience, and character. But it is through adversity that we are given the greatest opportunities to grow, to transform, and to unlock the untapped potential within us. Every situation, no matter how difficult, has the power to strengthen us if we choose to face it with courage, purpose, and adaptability. Remember, strength is not something we are born with. It is a choice we make every day. The discipline to stay consistent, the ability to embrace change, and the resilience to keep going when things get tough are all within your control. It is the decisions you make, the mindset you adopt, and the actions you take that define your true strength. The path to becoming the best version of yourself isn't always easy, but it is always worth it. Embrace every challenge as an opportunity to grow. Adapt to the changes that life throws your way, and never forget that you have the power to overcome, to rise, and to thrive. Strength is not just about enduring, it's about evolving. And the journey to becoming strong is one that begins with you.